And we're back. Hello. Gonna give everybody a second to get back on. Wow, well that was an exciting side one, wasn't it? Thrilling. I'm thrilled. Thank you all for listening along so far. This has been very cool. I want to thank Theo Stockman for joining us for Holiday, and I want to thank Billy Joe Armstrong for joining us. That was an absolute surprise. I know that with a lot of this live stream stuff, there's like the surprise that was planned, but you have to pretend that it wasn't planned. I just want to let you all know that it was completely unplanned. I had no idea that Billy was going to join me there for that stream. That was a very exciting and pleasant surprise. So just to catch everybody up, we listened from track 1, American Idiot, all the way to Last Night on Earth. We got to hear some of that amazing Tom Kit magic, that Beach Boys-esque vocal arrangement that's oh so good on that song. And we got to hear Last of the American Girls, She's a Rebel, which is kind of a mashup. Also worth pointing out that Last of the American Girls was not on the original American Idiot record. It was on 21st Century Breakdown, but it was written around the time that we were working on the show. So for those of you that don't know, there's like 4 to 5 tracks that were written while we were working on the show, and that's when Billy Joe was writing all of the material for what would become his next record with Green Day, 21st Century Breakdown. And a lot of those songs kind of got gifted to us as being these kind of connector joints in the show for parts of our plot that was kind of missing. So you'll hear some songs that were new at the time, and we're actually going to get started with another song that's not exactly Green Day canon for American Idiot. But before we do, just want to say, hey, how's everybody doing? Check in with you. Thank you all for being here. This was a very random idea that I had last night, and once I said I was going to do it, I instantly regretted it because I just didn't know that if I could talk for that long without driving myself crazy. We're going to... And I've already driven myself crazy, and I'm sure that I'm driving you all crazy too, and I'm sorry for that. But it'll be over soon. We're on to the second side of the record here, and a couple other things. What to say about making this record? One thing I want to do is to shout out our the people that I've failed to mention thus far. Chase Peacock, who you've heard his voice in these songs so far, he's on there, and a shout out to our swings who covered multiple roles on the show, but they also sang with us, and they sang on the record, and that's Aspen Vincent and Omar Lopez Shapiro and Van Hughes and Lauren Lataro. Lauren Lataro was also our dance captain, and worked on the choreography with us, and now she's a super famous choreographer in her own right. You've seen her work on Broadway in Waitress, among many other great shows, and there's so much talent involved in this show. It really was mind-blowing on a daily basis, and it's wild to be revisiting it here. And we got a very special guest that we're going to bring on for the first song of side 2. Let me get it. I didn't even know I could have guests on this thing, but we're going to have a few more guests. And we've got somebody very special, very near and dear to me, to all of us in the American Idiot family that'll be joining us here. Let me add to this broadcast. I've added her. We're waiting. Hey, it's Alicia Alvarez.
Hey, Johnny.
How you
Johnny,
doing?
this is my first live stream on Instagram ever.
What?
Yeah, I've
Unreal.
never done it. I know. It's truly unreal.
It's basically mine as well. I did one where I played some music for the Rockwood Music Hall on their account.
Oh, okay.
But that was just like singing some songs. This vamping and this talking, coming up with stuff off the top of my head is a little, it's more frightening to me.
Yeah, you're doing great. I watched the whole first half. I made dinner. I had wine. It was fabulous.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes,
just
of
off the top
course.
of your head, what are some memories that come flooding back to you about making the record?
Well, as we spoke about it on our group Zoom today, a lot of good memories. But honestly, this cast recording, we were talking about it earlier, was just like unlike any other cast recording I've ever done. We recorded for 2 weeks at Electric Lady Studios, which is like Jimi Hendrix studio. I mean, there's so much history there. For all of you youngins who've watched the Taylor Swift documentary that was out, she was recording her album on that documentary there, and it was like so crazy to watch that and be like, wow, we recorded American Idiot there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we won a fucking Grammy. Okay.
Yeah. I remember that
Hello,
because that
Ted.
was like, hello, Ted. Wait a minute, I just got here. Because when was it? It was the Grammy Awards of the next year. Is that right?
No. Oh, well, we performed on the Grammy Awards before we started rehearsals and before we recorded the album. And then, yes, it was the Grammys of the following year.
Right. Yeah, I remember. I think Billy Joe was in the show at the time that we won the Grammy. I have a memory of being backstage at the St. James, and he was sitting on the stairs and coming out, and him being like, "We just won a Grammy."
Yeah. How about it?
I was like, "Hey, cool."
Patch just said, "This is a bad."
I'm loving reading these comments, scrolling by. So many friends and fam tuning in to watch this humble broadcast of mine.
Humble.
I want to say that I'll be actually playing the music. I won't be doing the earphone for side 2. Billy said, "Don't do it."
Billy said, "Okay," so you gotta do it.
And if I get like a warning or something, then I'll plug in my earbuds and it'll all be great.
No, John, you just say, "Yo, Billy said we could do it."
I'll be like, "Billy, tell me, man. He gave me permission. It's on. Go check out my story. It's on Instagram Live."
Hi, Scotland, PA fam. Yeah.
Yeah, Scotland, PA. Who loves? I saw it. I saw it right before.
Thank you, Gil. Oh my God, it's hard not to read the comments because then you read them and you want to engage, but then we have a task at hand.
There is a task at hand. It's hard not to get distracted. I was trying to do the landscape thing, but then I can't read the comments, and it's upsetting to me.
Right.
Because I don't know when an American Idiot alum is going to want to chime in and join. I didn't even know that I could have people on my feed.
And now you do.
And now look at this. I've got you. I had Theo. I had Billy Joe. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's really wild. What are you drinking there? A little LaCroix?
Watermelon. It's the new flavor. If you don't know, now you know.
I haven't had it.
It's so good. It's amazing.
I'm still working on this Cheech here.
Oh, Cheech Chingle, Beeb Chingle Cheech.
Cheech number 3 as I fall out of my chair.
Yeah. 2 pieces of bacon and 3 Cheeches.
2 pieces of bacon is all I've eaten today. I'm trying this interesting diet called Pass Out. It's the Pass Out diet. It's just several Cheeches and a couple pieces of bacon and see how long you can remain conscious.
Yeah. I mean, I wish you luck.
Thank you. I'm going to need it. Thankfully, side 2 is not that long. I timed it all out to make sure that I didn't go too long on the broadcast. This is what I was doing as I was falling asleep last night. I was like, okay, if I do the first half of the album, I can do the second half of the album. It's all going to be great. It's going to work out. Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Anything you want to offer up before we start rocking?
No, just that it was all I have to say about American Idiot is that unlike any other show I've ever done, I feel like I've maintained lasting, real friendships and relationships that I've never had from any other show. I feel like since American Idiot, you're lucky if you pick up 1, 2 people maybe from a cast that are lifers. Mm-hmm. And I just have 6 or 7 lifers, from this show. And it's that's just so incredibly special, which above all of the amazing memories and how amazing the show was, that's the thing I cherish the most about it. You being one of them. Yeah.
Well, right back at you. I do feel that way about the show. It was there is, there are things that roll around in your life where you're like, okay, that was before. There's a before and an after.
Yeah.
And you get a few of those moments or a few of those things that you get to be a part of, whatever it is. It's just wow, there is a definitive line that I crossed where it was my life before this and my life after this. And I've always felt that way about the show, that it was just a total life changer.
Yeah, it's so true.
All leading to this day.
Yeah.
And leading to this live stream.
This is the ultimate moment.
It is. It truly is. So I guess we're going to get cracking on side 2, huh?
Let's start it. Why not?
Well, and away we go. And for well, I guess I don't need to do the 3, 2, 1 play thing anymore because I'm going to be
Just
playing it
play
out
it.
my
Crank the car,
Bose
girl. Crank the
speaker.
car.
Okay, here we go, man. Well, let me make sure the volume is good, and I think it's good. And here we go. Here is, well, it's not really side two, but I'm calling it side two. But here's track one of side two of the American Idiot original Broadway cast recording, and it goes like this. Whoa! When I hear that drum part, I go crazy.
I go, wow.
Do you feel like you're ready to do the show again? Are you ready to do the song?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it never left my body.
Never went away. Just out of curiosity,
Yes, Theo.
you can hear
Oh,
it.
fuck, there he is.
You can hear it on the stream. It's coming through.
Yeah.
I want to get the balance right so that we can hear each other, but hear it. So, of course, Alicia, you remember the song. It's called "Too Much Too Soon."
I do.
It was
remember
another B-side that was cut from American Idiot, the original album, but they realized that it would actually fit our show.
Yeah, and it did. It was the Will and Heather breakup scene, and it was, I mean, one of the most important scenes in the show, I think.
I love it.
Johnny, maybe you could turn it up a little, I think.
Yeah. It was another Wings
Theo
moment.
says, turn it up.
Turn it up a little. Here you are. Well, let's crank it for this real quick. Oh, yeah. Yes!
Fuck.
Come on.
It was just fun that we got to say fuck so much on a Broadway stage.
There's an awful lot of cursing in the show.
On the same Broadway stage where Oklahoma premiered, the original Oklahoma, The Music Man.
True.
I mean, so much history.
And now it is the home to Frozen.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Alicia and Mary won the fight, FYI. J'agree, babe. J'agree.
Some people have said something about what it was. Somebody asked a question and it's gone right out of my brain. I blame the cheech and the 2 pieces of bacon. That was exciting. Okay.
To you! Ooh.
Wow.
So how about that key change, baby?
This was one that I always really enjoyed. Oh, here we go. Ah! Come on. So good.
Yeah.
Now, the great part about the show, Alicia, was that, you had some liberty and some freedom with that riff at the end. And so I would listen every night to be like, what is she going to do tonight?
Well, John, this story particularly involves you, and that is, remember when I injured my ankle and I was out of the show for a month, and it was right after Thanksgiving, and we saw Burlesque. I saw Burlesque on Thanksgiving, that iconic Christina Aguilera film, and I came back to the show the first day I came back, and I did her. I incorporated her big riff from whatever her song was in Burlesque, "Show Me How You Burlesque," into the number, and that was my welcome back gift.
That was the crowning achievement. That was probably the best riff.
You're such a Burlesque fan, I know.
I just love it. I love it. You guys I always loved that song. I had a little break during that song, so that was another Wing watch for me, where I would watch you guys from the Wings. Always loved it. Love hearing you and Mary and Esper and Theo sing together. What a quartet. You know what I'm saying?
Truly. And on that note, I'm gonna let you resume.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. And you know what? I feel like you have some new guests coming.
Yes, I think so.
I know.
Thank you for
John,
being
it's been a
among
pleasure.
me.
I can't wait to watch the rest. Love you.
Love you, Alicia. Thanks for stopping in.
How do I get out? Do I just exit out?
I think you exit out, yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, leave.
Is it working? Wait, maybe I'll exit you. Okay, that was Alicia Umphress, everybody. Oh, come on. Now I've fallen a little bit behind here because I'm having so much fun with my friends. But we just heard Before the Lobotomy. That was Ben Thompson Josh Henry, Chase Begok, Stark Sands, and now we've got the great Christina Sajou coming in as Extraordinary Girl. And I've got somebody else that's going to be joining me here who's got a lot of fun stuff to add to the proceedings. Waiting for him to pop in right now. Here it is, it's Ben Thompson!
What's
What's up, dude?
What's happening, Jay?
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, truly.
You can speak to this song in several ways because you, as an ensemble member, did Before the Lobotomy, but you also went on for Tunney many times.
I did.
So you saw this song from multiple...
yeah, well, two things I can tell you about this story, or about this. Before Lobotomy, Tom Kitt wrote in about 5 minutes during the workshop before we even did Berkeley. He called me and Chase and Kaplan, who was playing Tunney at the time, and Josh Henry over, and he's like, you guys, we're working this thing out. I don't know. Josh, you sing this. Matt, you sing this. Chase, you sing this. Ben, sing this. Y'all cool? All right, great. And it stayed in the show forever.
Wow.
Do you remember that at all?
I don't remember that. I was somewhere else. Who knows what I was doing?
Yeah, who knows?
I was whacking my head on the holiday bus
During the workshop. Who knows where any of us were?
Oh my gosh, but I love the way those four parts come together.
It's it was the first time I remember at that listening party that you were talking about earlier. It was the first time that I had ever heard myself on a Broadway cast recording, and I lost it.
I just want to shout out real quick. Some people are telling me to turn up the volume, but if I turn it up too loud, I can't hear my guests. So
we can listen for a second. That's fine. We can listen for a while.
At a cap. Do you remember anything about recording this particular number? I mean, most of the memories I have are doing the show.
I do remember because I was really nervous to go in and sing my harmony part. It's like, 2 bars, but I was so nervous because it was the first time I ever had to do that. Because we recorded Extraordinary Girl before the Lobotomy, if that makes sense. And I was really nervous, and Billy and Michael and everybody telling me to do certain things. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in the Electric Lady Studios, and
it could be intimidating at sometimes to look through the glass and be like, oh my God, Michael Mayer, Tom Kitt, Chris Dugan, and Billy Joe Armstrong are all in there.
Just wild.
You want to get it right.
Yeah, you want to get it right, and you want to get it right the first time.
But you must have enjoyed being able to sing this song without being either A, on a gurney, or B, flying through the air.
Yeah, no, that was a precious thing. And doing this number on Broadway was the great. I mean, when I got to go on for Tunney, flying around, I mean, come on, who doesn't want to fly on a Broadway stage? And get to sing with Christina? Come on.
I know. That's Christina and Stark are flying through the air on the show right now in this particular number.
And the girls rocking the fuck out at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
They sound so good. This album was everything, man. This whole show, though, really, what Alicia was talking about as far as like having lifers, like I really do feel like we've all really connected on a different level with this show.
Yeah.
My back still remembers this show.
Oh man, I got a shoulder that clicks.
Yeah, I've still got torn cartilage in my shoulder, chronic neck problems. I got 2 herniated discs.
Oh my God.
Worth it.
I'd do it all over again if I could.
No, I couldn't.
If I physically had the
I couldn't. I'm a dad now.
The stamina. Yeah, this is when it all comes back together. The stuff that you guys sang before the Lobotomy comes back with Extraordinary Girl.
And we one by one drop out, and we would pass
and you
out.
Get carried off. Some of these songs that were so physical to do live, I really love the record because you really get to listen to the parts.
We actually got to sing it. We get to really sing it as opposed to being like
that was the challenge of the show, was how do you sing it. We had 2 tall orders, the tall order from Tom Kitt, the tall order from the music, and the tall order from Stephen Hoggett, wrapping that all up into the direction from Michael.
But I think that's what the beauty of our cast was, is that they cast a bunch of individuals. Like none of us, it wasn't like a typical ensemble where you have like certain archetypes that were fit. It was just like who's gonna hit it the hardest and who's gonna fit it the most. And like even like everybody from our swings to the replacements to everybody, it was beyond special for all of us. Sorry,
I'll tell you what, Ben. The thing I was just to share a memory with you before I start talking about myself singing when it's time. Is that the thing to say about Ben is that he's the guy you want to be on stage with because you always give 110%. And if I was ever having a bad night or a night where I was tired or a night where I felt like I can't do this, I just don't have it in me, The guy whose eyes you want to find is Ben Thompson, because
Oh,
you'll see a
man.
look in his eyes that says, just go for it, just push it. It's not that hard. It'll be over in a few hours. And you just got to gun it and put the pedal to the metal. And I would always look for you if I was having an off night, because you always gave it 110%. Inspired me.
That means a lot, John. Thank you so much, man.
That's true, man. Thanks for joining me on the Instagram
Of course.
Live.
Enjoy, buddy. Thanks. Happy 10,
420
man. We're old now.
anniversary, dude.
I love you, buddy.
Love you too, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. So now I'm singing When It's Time. It is another song that was not on the original American Idiot record. It was an old song of Billy Joe's, a song that he had written years ago, and it had never made it onto a Green Day record. And we needed a love song to kind of help solidify and give some bones to the Jesus of Suburbia, What's Her Name love story. This fit perfectly. We put it into the middle of the show, and we came up with a way of playing it that felt like it made a little extra sense, because we kind of tweaked it to make it sound a little bit like the guitar riff from Wake Me Up When September Ends, which you'll hear referenced later. But I remember we did about 3 takes of this song live in the studio, and Billy was there. And we used one of the live takes on playing and singing at the same time. And gosh, man, I remember Billy Joe, he let me play this 1950s Gibson J45, beautiful guitar, in amazing shape. It had been kind of beat up and torn apart, but it just sounded amazing. And we found that that was the guitar that made the most sense for the song. And then after the show opened, somebody rang my doorbell one day, and I went downstairs, and it was a gift from Billy Joe. And he gave me that guitar, that Gibson J45 from the 50s. I still have it to this day. I will cherish it forever. I will never forget it. Billy, thank you so much. It's one of the best gifts I've ever been given in my life. And that's the guitar that I'm playing in that song right there. And now things are about to pop off a little bit here. Oh my! Ooh, know your enemy. Now this was another 21st Century Breakdown song that found its way into American Idiot. That's the great Tony Vincent, once again, giving it his all. Ooh. Yeah, I remember the first time I heard this, I thought it was so good. It was in one of the workshops. And then I think it was the very first single that got released off of 21st Century Breakdown. I remember hearing it and being like, yeah, I know that song. I heard it last year. Oh, I love this song. Man, this song rocks. Michael Esper. Yeah, bringing it back, pulling a little Jesus of Suburbia out of there. These were kind of reworked. Ah, incredible, incredible note from Tony Vincent right there. Dance break. I remember Tony, I remember that Tony recorded a lot of his St. Jimmy stuff, if I remember correctly. Tony, if you're out there, feel free to buzz me and jump on. That goes to all the idiots. Who we got here? We getting this? Okay, let me pop my buddy on here real quick. He's here to say hello. Yeah, here we go. We got your Arcanonico in the house.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
What's going on, dude?
How are you, man?
Thanks for joining me.
Bro, I've been sitting here just watching it, so I'm like, I might as well. Fun.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying anybody come on that wants to say hello.
You're killing it, man. It's going great.
Oh, thanks, man. It's a trip down memory lane.
I know. I've listened to the album, I think, like 3 times already today.
It's so good.
Oh, this
weird
song.
thing to, yeah, I mean, now a little thing about this, Gerard, is that we didn't record it at Electric Lady. We actually recorded it back in Oakland, right? Right.
Dude, that's Jingletown.
Jingletown, yeah. We did this song actually at the tail end of the run of our Berkeley production.
That was an insane.
We did it in a day. And Doug Hamilton, our videographer, documentarian, who made the documentary Broadway Idiot that you can watch, I think, on Showtime and Amazon Prime if anybody wants to check it out. He filmed us. There's a video of us doing it on YouTube out there. It was an emotional day. I just remember by the end of it, we were all crying.
Definitely crying.
I was drunk and crying.
Everyone was drunk, very drunk. I was wearing a cowboy hat that was not mine. Was that the same night we like flew home too? Some
the
of us.
Next day, I think we left.
Yeah, I remember I got on a red eye, I think.
Oh
and
boy.
I was
Must
wearing
have been in some shape.
I was wearing Trey Cool's I still have it actually. He gave me this leopard print smoker's jacket that's still at my family's house in Jersey, but I was wearing that to the airport with like sun and
Total rock star.
yeah, well, I like went up to the desk and I was like, I need to go home. Like that was I didn't give any specifics. And I was like, I should probably go to the bathroom and like take this coat off and look presentable so I don't get stopped by security because that's the last thing I need to deal with right now.
You gotta rock that look, man.
I think Miguel was on the same flight with me too, and I'm pretty sure we were just like, well, let's just get some Jack and Cokes and get on this plane now for 5 hours.
I mean, why stop now?
Yeah, exactly. But I saw this video of 21 Guns when I was at a New York sports club working out.
No
and
way.
I saw us while I was like on the Stairmaster or something. So trippy.
Surreal.
With Green Day, just casual.
It just blows my mind how good everybody sounds on this song. Rebecca Naomi Jones, the beginning of this song, it's killer.
Yeah.
And then we did it at the Grammys. We did it actually at the Grammys before we'd even started rehearsals for the Broadway production. It was in between the two runs.
Yeah, that was
And
wild.
It was kind of the first time that anybody had seen parts of the show outside of seeing it in Berkeley.
Yeah, and we
didn't
we meet like
Jennifer Lopez? Did Jennifer Lopez introduce us?
J-Lo, I think, did introduce us.
J-Lo.
Unless we're wrong, someone can tell us in the comments, but I'm pretty sure.
You can't see me in that video. I'm like behind the drums.
I was like kneeling down on the ground for some reason. I was like the only one. They were like, "Yeah, kneel." It's like, okay.
Yeah, why not? It's dramatic.
Just knees all the time. So much kneeography.
This is a pretty dramatic part of the song right here. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Guys, we got Libby Winters here as well from the original Broadway cast.
Hi, Gerard.
So many guests here
I
today.
love this song. I just wanted to hear the end of this.
The end of this just destroys me.
Yeah.
Everybody singing together at the end. I mean...
Come on.
I think my favorite part is this second go around.
Well,
when the guys when they say 21 Guns again, I don't know why, this kills me. This right here. Forget it.
I was lucky enough to have that line. Good line. Good vocal line.
Kills me.
Gerard, I think that you stood right behind me in this number.
I was in the front of some sort, but you were like probably next to me.
Were you in front of me?
I think I was off your shoulder.
Okay. Yeah.
We're like
I
always,
was near you.
you and I were constantly on stage next to each other.
I know.
In each other's.
Love us together.
Ugh.
We look good
Mary
together.
Faber coming in to close it out at the end there.
Hey, I loved that alternate lyric she did. That was
Yeah,
alternate.
that was cute.
a very good idea
Happier lyrics for tougher times.
for the time. Yeah.
Gerard, I'm going to say goodbye for now.
Bye, buddy.
Thank you so much for coming in and joining me, buddy. I love you.
Killing
It's
it. See
great
you
to
later.
see you.
Love you, Gerard.
Talk
Love
to you
ya.
soon. All right, now we're into Letterbomb.
We need Rebecca on here.
R&J is there singing, doing her thing. So good. I mean, Libby, do you remember recording this song? Do you have any memories about being in the studio recording Letterbomb?
I don't.
That's
We
okay.
need to call Rebecca. I don't remember recording it.
I have strange
I remember
blind spots as well.
choreographing it. I remember Hoggett was like, okay, remember the Single Ladies video? Like the Beyonce Single Ladies video? And he was like, everyone go take a minute and come up with like a few beats of like movements that only happen in your shoulders. And that's how we created the choreo. Let me see if I can get Rebecca on here.
The choreography was so good.
It's not over till you're
I was backstage for this as well. This song got kind of, the join thing is off. This can't be right, Leslie. I've got to let people join me.
Well, let Leslie join.
I've got some requests.
Rebecca says she just came on.
Okay, cool. I can see the viewers. I've got some requests, but I'm not seeing my friends. Wow. Oh, that's good. That scream. How does Rebecca do that scream? If she was here, I would ask her.
She says she's on. Hi, everyone.
Well, she might be commenting. She's here and at Trader Joe's.
Oh, she's at Trader Joe's.
Gerard says they have to leave and re-enter. It should appear if it hasn't already. Ooh, this part's good. Yes. Are you singing there, Libby?
No.
No.
I think I sing at the end there.
Ooh. This is probably my second favorite song on the album, American Idiot. Here we go. Come on now. Best part.
Something like that.
Oh! Whoa, that's good.
So good.
That is sick.
Oh, someone said my hair's good. Thanks.
Darn, that's good. I love that song, and I love that arrangement. I love that rendition.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Wake me up when September ends. Okay, here we go. Got another special guest beaming in live.
It
Yes.
just said she's unable to join.
Why? This is not making sense to me. Gotta figure out how to go. I've got to figure out add.
Unable to join.
Unable to join. I don't know why. I'm trying to get my friend on here. And I don't know why I'm having some issues. I don't know if it's a setting thing. Working on it. This, of course, is Wake Me Up When September Ends. I remember singing this. I remember recording this. I remember being in the studio with Stark and Esper. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends. Now I'm having some issues with my there I go. Yes. Really good.
Start a new live stream and try again.
Yeah. All right. So this is moving. This is moving me. Yeah. Me and Stark and Michael Esper all play guitar on this song. This was another doozy in the show. Performing this was always always pretty intense. Okay. So when this song ends, I'm going to end the stream, y'all, and start a new one because I seem to be having some kind of issue getting some guests on here. So I'm going to give that a whirl. We're going to listen to Wake Me Up When September Ends, and then I'm going to start a new stream and see if we can't figure out some of these problems that I'm having. You. Thanks for yeah, I'm gonna restart it when this song is over, everybody. Just want to let you know that. Let's start Sands again. Michael Esper. Here we all are.
You don't want to try to.
It won't work, so I have to wait. Yes.
Ooh, those harmonies are good.
Harmonies are good here, yeah. The very end. And then everybody got to do this thing.
That was me.
That high one is Libby. My goodness. I didn't sing this part.
Oh,
Whoa.
that number always got me.
You know what I'm saying? Little fun fact, when we were doing the show in Berkeley on October 1st, we were all in temporary apartments while we were doing the show out in the Bay Area. And on October 1st, a bunch of the cast got access to the roof of the apartment where I was staying, came to my window, knocked on it, and woke me up really early in the morning because September had ended. And then everybody
That
sang
was so dumb.
that high part. Alicia was there. I can't remember who else
I was like,
there.
I'm not getting up. Morgan was. I was like, I'm not getting up for that.
But people got up and woke me up. I was so confused. I opened the window to my apartment, and there were like 5 or 6 of my castmates out there singing. And I was like, what is the meaning of this? And they're like, you told us to wake you up when September ended. It was a good one. Anyway, I'm having some issues here, everybody, because I don't know how to do this live streaming thing. So just to see if we can do something to cleanse the palate here. I'm going to end this stream and restart it and see if we can't get some more guests on here and work out these kinks. Libby just left. That was Libby Winters, the great Libby Winters. She wandered off. I was going to, yes, but ceremonial.
Bye, sorry.
Thanks, Libby. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you all.
Thanks for the amazing work
You
you did
guys
in the
are awesome.
show.
Thanks.
Rebecca was there too. Okay, Gerard says he was sleeping in. Rebecca was there. Oh my God, that was unreal. Yeah, I'm getting the requests from people, but when I click view to let them in, it won't let it. It won't let it. It won't let it happen, and it won't let me do it. So thanks so much, everybody. We've got 2 songs left on this live listen. I'm gonna end this stream and start a new one, and hopefully we can get some guests up in here. Thanks for joining me, and when we kick it back off, we'll be listening to Homecoming from the original Broadway cast recording of American Idiot by Green Day. So bye for right now, y'all, and I'll start another stream and try to make this work. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Sorry about the issues. Thanks. Be right back.